Hey boys and girls, welcome back to my house. Look, keep this a secret. Don't be telling Sony about this because they're not gonna like it. They're gonna be very upset if they find out that I have hooked up my 75-inch Bravia 7, which is a mid-tier mini LED TV, to their premier, like really freaking nice Bravia Theater Trio. Yeah, I did that, okay? I did that by itself, the Trio by itself, the center and the left and right speakers in a previous video. You should probably go check that out because the Trio is a sound system that if you actually, you're building your system out, right? So you've already got yourself a TV, maybe a Bravia 7, one of these new ones, I don't know, but you got yourself a Sony TV, right? And you want to build your system out. You start with the Trio. That's a good place to start because now it gives you kind of surround sound. You know what I'm saying? You got a dedicated center channel. You can use the Trio with the TV. So you can have that voice Zoom 3 that they have and combine the TV with the sound bar. And then you got a left and right channel that you can spread out in your room and get bigger, more surround sound, right? But if you're building your system out, it's gonna cost a lot, right? So maybe you don't have all the money up front to just go build the whole thing out. So the next step would be to either add your rear speakers, which are these right here. These are the rear 9s, okay? These are rear speakers and they are designated left and right rear. Or what I would do if it was me and I was building the system out, I would start with the Trio and then I would move on to a subwoofer. Now this right here is the Sony Bravia Sub 9, which is, I haven't even unboxed it yet. I just seen pictures of it. We're gonna unbox it together. Apparently the Trio is actually compatible with all of their subwoofers, the SW3, the SW5 from the older generation, and the newer generation Sub 8, or Sub 7, 8, and of course the 9. But real quick, that's where I would go. So if I started out with a Trio, I would then move on to a subwoofer and then move to the rears to balance out the sound in the rear and get some, full surround sound going. And these have Atmos as well. Check this out, man. Get up in there for you. See that right there? All right, now check that out. Can you see that? I'm looking at the thing there. Oh man, we got a driver on top, and we got drivers in the front, and they also come with this nice base. So if you're gonna wall mount it or stand mount it, it will actually swivel on the base, and I think that's pretty close. But back to the sub, because I haven't unboxed it yet, you do need to see this. This is one sub. Now the Trio is pretty freaking incredible by itself. But once you add one sub, you're gonna get some bang, right? Especially if you add a SW3 or SW5. But we have a Sub 9 here, and the Trio is capable of housing or accommodating 2 subwoofers wirelessly. I ain't seen Sony do that before. I only have one, but they gotta be the same. So you gotta have like 2 Sub 9s, which would be incredibly expensive. And that's why it's cool to be able to kind of build your system out. But this box says Team Lift on it. I don't have a team here, it's just me. Oh man, we're gonna unbox this together. It does say Team Lift. Too bad you can't help me, but we're gonna see how this works together. All right, put that away before I slice my hand open. Get this out of here, put that right there for now. It says Team Lift again. If you ain't got somebody, oh man. It's heavier outside of the box. Dude, this thing is nice. It looks good on video. It looks good in pictures. Let me just put these over to the side. Put all this accessories to the side. Let's scoot this a little bit closer. Man, this is a subwoofer. All right, I call it a subwoofer. It is a subwoofer enclosure because, to be honest with you, it's got 2 subwoofers in here. And it does not like being handled. It says 2 people, clear as day on there. All right, I'm gonna get this thing. Look, oh man, check it out. It's freaking heavy as all get out, but the shape, it's just, it's beautiful. I usually put my subwoofer right over there. That's my sweet spot for my subwoofer to get the most bang for it. But this thing looks like it can be placed pretty much anywhere. You can see these subs in the side facing or inside facing each other. And you can put this thing anywhere and it's just gonna look good in the room. Does it have any, it has branding on the top, but not anywhere else. All right, dude, that's enough of that. I'm gonna get these rears hooked up. I'm gonna slide this sub in the sweet spot. I'll tell you how it sounds in a minute. Hang tight. Man, look, first of all, my first impression of everything, including the subwoofer, is, yeah, man, yeah, that's my first impression, okay? Is that a word in the dictionary? I've seen it spelled, but yeah, oh man, it thumps so hard. Matter of fact, I don't even see how it's legally possible. How did you clear this with like the laws to get you to be able to bear two of these things with the Bravia Theater Trio? This is insane. The amount of low end rumble, I'm talking pure rumble, that you get from the Sub 9. I felt like the bass presence was incredible. The reason why I jumped straight to the bass is because I've experienced the Trio. I didn't experience the rears just yet, but I was looking for more bass and I got more bass. Oh man. So the bass was absolutely incredible. Now you can pair two up if you want to. I think that's a little insane, but I would do it anyway if I had the funds. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can, and it's better to have more than want more. You know what I'm saying? So pair two of these bad boys up if you want to. This is nice. Oh man, it's so nice. But let's talk about the system in general. So I put everything up here. I went ahead and disconnected it. I put it up here so you can see how much gear this is. You got the Trio itself, or the center speaker from the Trio, and then you got the two left and rights, and then you got the two rears left and right, and then you got this Sub 9 sitting here. So this is actually quite a bit of gear. I left the remote on the ottoman, but quite a bit of gear. You put it where you want to put it. It can be wall mounted. It comes with its own brackets as far as that goes, and it's actually kind of handsome. You know what I'm saying? I do wish that they would come in like a different colorway. Like, you always get black, right? But what if you have a pretty, bright colored living room or space that you're putting it in? So Sony, what if you just, like the Quad? How does this compare to the Quad? Well, we'll get to that later. But if, like the Quad is like a light gray, so it works well in different rooms. I wish that this could come in a different colorway as well. Just, as a side note for Sony, if you plan on producing more of these. But the sound, freaking fantastic. I checked out the new Superman. I need to finish it. I got some things I want to talk about, but I checked that out. I put it on in the first scene where he's like laying there half dead in the snow, and then all of a sudden he whistles, and you hear this whistle come from everywhere. Like the Sony 360 sound mapping does a fantastic job of getting that sound everywhere. And the dog comes running. First of all, when did Superman get a dog? I don't know about this dog. So the dog comes running, and that's when the subwoofer kicks in. And you hear the snow. And the dog comes in, he saves Superman, drags him to the Fortress of Solitude, and the robots are in there, and the dog is in there. It's almost kind of corny. You know what I mean? It's not like the Superman, the Man of Steel. I saw Man of Steel. That was my last impression of Superman. It's definitely not Man of Steel. Anyways, the dog is just rambunctious, and that just got me. You know what I'm saying? Whole different Superman than I'm used to. So we need to talk about that. Do y'all like the new Superman? I gotta finish it later. In those scenes, I saw that lady that was chasing after him. When she's in the snow or in those mountains chasing after him, you hear the environment. It's these rear speakers taking over. Of course, the fronts, the left and rights, they're doing their job, but I feel the rear taking over to complete the environment. And then, of course, you got the subwoofer doing this thing, just rumbling. Dude, these are two big old subwoofers facing each other and just having a UFC fight in this enclosure right here. Oh man. Look, Sony Bravia Theater Trio, it is its own entity, but if you can do it all at one time, go ahead and complete the system. But if you need to step up, like I kind of did in these videos where you do a trio with your TV, and I did a mid-tier TV. I didn't do a premium TV or a flagship TV. I did a mid-tier TV, premium sound system, and then I built it up step by step. Start out with the Trio, then you take yourself to a subwoofer. You can go with a newer model subwoofer, man. Go with the Sub 7 or the 8, or in this case a 9. And then if you want to, you could double up. It's insane. You might get arrested. I don't even know how it is legal, but they'll let you do it. And then you can throw on these 9s to complete the environment. And man, it's just such a freaking great experience. I gotta go finish this movie. I'm glad y'all were able to hang out with me while I kind of unboxed this thing and got my first impressions. I will be doing another video with at least one more video because I'm getting a Bravia 9 Mark II. It's on the way. It should be here tomorrow or sometime this week. So I'm gonna hook this up to the Bravia 9 Mark II and just get that whole new age Sony experience. Like this is new Sony, you know what I'm saying? New stuff, new Sony. And then just as a, you know, like a last little note, Sony, congratulations. Because I've seen other companies, you know, develop other systems where you can, you know, put pieces together. Like LG has their studio suite. Samsung has done some stuff with, you know, their studio speakers as well. Sony was kind of out there, and even TCL has some stuff where you can just put it together. Sony was actually doing a similar thing, but they weren't letting you add 2 subwoofers. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, and not 2 subwoofers like this. So this right here, all of this adding 2 subwoofers and all of this sound, this puts you up there with Nakamichi Dragon territory, okay? I know everybody always wants to know, how's it compared to the Nakamichi Dragon? Bruh, it's been a while since I heard the Nakamichi Dragon, but I'm telling you right now that this is a very, very close, imminent threat competitor. I can't tell you if it's better or worse or whatever, because I haven't heard it in a long time. I'm not gonna say that on camera right now, but dude, dude, it's a dogfight between the Nakamichi Dragon and the Sony Trio complete setup, especially with these 2 UFC fighters in that speaker box, man.